What's up to whoever might be watching? My name's Justine. I'm very, very excited because today we are listening to Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. It feels like it has been so long since The Weeknd has released an album, even though it's just he released it at the beginning of 2022, so am I remembering this wrong, or was it the beginning of 2023? Oh my gosh, has it really been 3 years? That's so crazy. I guess in retrospect, it hasn't been that long, but like it has at the same time too. But honestly, there's some artists that go like 5 to 6 years without dropping. So I guess this isn't like horrible, but yeah, time is so weird because at the same time that it seemed like so long ago, I'm also like, damn, has it really been that long though? I love Dawn FM. It was like one of my favorite albums to come out that year. I also saw The Weeknd on his tour, the After Hours Till Dawn tour, and that was amazing. But what I want to talk about for a second before we even hop into this album, how are we feeling about The Weeknd announcing his Hurry Up Tomorrow tour with Playboi Carti? Okay, I love The Weeknd. I love Carti. Like, musically, he's one of my faves. I just don't understand how that makes sense though. The Weeknd is obviously like universally one of the most liked artists and best artists of our generation. I just feel like Carti opening up for The Weeknd just doesn't make sense. I feel like Carti has just like such a niche sound, and like, yeah, he has a lot of listeners, but his like core fan base is, I just don't see The Weeknd's wide audience really being open and receptive to the type of music and energy that Carti will bring. Plus, I also just think it's lame. Like, he canceled his Opium tour that he was supposed to have like 2 years ago. He still hasn't dropped an album. Like, he's honestly getting on my last nerve. And like, from a business standpoint, I guess I can like understand this because obviously The Weeknd's like one of the biggest artists in the world. I mean, he was the biggest artist in the world up until Bruno Mars like took his number one spot, but he's still like arguably the best and most popular artist in the world. And so like from a business standpoint, yes, it makes sense. But Carti, like, what are you doing? Like, go on your own tour, like do your own thing. Like, I don't know. I don't like this move from him. It's kind of annoying to me. Like, yeah, I'm still gonna go because I like both of them and I want to see both of them. But I don't know, he's just been really irritating me lately. Well, I mean, I was going to say from the way he's moved lately, but he's always moving like weird. So I don't know. If you guys have some opinions on that, let me know down below because I just thought it was really, really weird. Like, again, from a business standpoint, I understand, but like from an artist standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me. So whatever. Granted, I know that they have songs together and everything, but like that's like what, 2 songs that they have together, and really their sounds aren't similar, so I don't get it. Anywho, let me stop like yapping. This is not about Carti, this is about The Weeknd. So Hurry Up Tomorrow is The Weeknd's 6th studio album. It served as his sequel to his 2020 album After Hours and his 2022 album Dawn FM, completing the trilogy. The Weeknd first confirmed the existence of a new album and trilogies just 3 days after the release of Dawn FM. I remember that. I cannot believe it's like coming to an end. Like, we're getting the full circle moment right here. I don't want to like talk too much. Let's just like hop into this. The album is, let's see, 22 songs for an hour and 24 minutes. So we have a lot of music to get into. So let's just go ahead and hop into the album and let's see what we think.
Sun is
feels like this sounds like Thriller. Like this sounds like the the sound of it. I'm like at a loss for words right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Why can I not think of it? Anyways, it sounds like Thriller. Like this is really giving me like Michael Jackson vibes. I've also been listening to like a lot of Michael Jackson lately, so maybe that's why, but am I the only one? The way that The Weeknd has his albums, he always has like the songs transitioning to one another. And so I don't want to miss that transition, but I also kind of like want to talk about the songs as well too. Um, okay, so I'm looking at I pulled up Genius so I can like read the lyrics, even though I know sometimes they're not always correct. You get like a gist of like what he's saying. I was I was right. Sorry. It says Wake Me Up is the opening track of The Weeknd's sixth studio album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. The synth pop sound was co-produced by French electronic duo Justice, One Otrix, Point Never, and Mike Dean. It creatively samples the intro of Giorgio Moroder's main title from the Scarface soundtrack and draws inspiration from Michael Jackson's iconic Thriller. I mean, it's actually not that impressive to recognize that because I mean Thriller is one of the most popular songs in like of all existence. But I was like, wait, this sounds so much like it. Okay, I just want to say, just starting off, I just already feel like I'm going to love this so much. I can't even imagine the position The Weeknd is in. Like, I cannot even fathom the amount of pressure it is to be someone of his magnitude. He's one of the most popular artists in the entire world. I mean, his life is something that most people will never ever experience. Most people won't even get even like a 1/100 millionth experience at life as he does. And as much as like they're super super lucky, I almost kind of feel for those people in a way too, because like his life is not normal and his life has not been normal for years and his life will never be normal again. Obviously that's a sacrifice for the trade-off, but him, even just in his first verse, all I have is my legacy, I'm losing my memory, no afterlife, no other side, when I'm all alone it fades to black. That must be such an interesting thing to go through, to know, like, to think about your legacy as someone of his status while you're still like pretty much in your prime, to just, I don't know, it's just something that not a lot of people will have to go through. And I think that I can't think of the right words for exactly what I'm trying to say, but I just think it can really be difficult to live a life like that, because every single move he thinks, he has to think of like his legacy. It's kind of like reminds me of like people always say for LeBron, like, how will this affect his legacy? But like when you're at this status, like every single move you make will affect your legacy and your life and how people remember you. And honestly, it's kind of funny because like, you guys remember like the clip of Mike Tyson not that long ago when like that little girl's like interviewing him and she's like, how do you think this will affect your legacy, or what does that mean to you? And he's like, what does it matter? Legacy doesn't matter. Like, what does it matter what people think about you when you're dead? It kind of made me think, like, that's actually so fucking true, but a lot of these things are just easier said than done, you know? I don't know. I'm already getting like off on a tangent. I just feel it's gonna intrigue me so much. Anyways, let's continue. Let me just stop yapping.
Just so cry for me, like I got
think there are even words how obsessed I am with this song after a first listen. You know when there's like those memes that are like, listening to the song is not enough, like I need that shit in my veins. Like this is how I feel after listening to this song. This is fucking perfect. Oh my god, everything about it. I'm obsessed. Producers Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, Mike Dean, and Erdem Osler. All right, all four of them snapped. All four of them. I will say, sorry, not to like do some self promo, but I'm sorry. I just have to tie it in. In the chorus, I'm fucking obsessed with this part because I tried with you, saw my life with you, end of time with you. Now we're strangers. Okay, most of you watching might not know this, but I actually have a clothing brand. It's called Strangers. I'm literally wearing it right now. I am actually dropping a Valentine's Day little shirt, and it's dropping Friday, February 7th on www.shopstrangers.co. But literally, this shirt design is inspired by, not this song, because obviously I'm just hearing this song, but like that whole like phrase, like end of time with you, now we're strangers. The shirt says from lovers to strangers. It has the same like graphic right here on the back. I literally am going to use this song now. Like when I post the shirt, I'm literally going to use that chorus as like on Instagram, as like, when you're posting it, you can put like a song with the post. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm fucking obsessed with it. That's not the only reason I like the song, just like for a personal connection. I'm like, oh, I love that. The fucking song is perfection. Everything about it is perfect. I love the chorus. I love the bridge. And then I just love at the end too, like the vocal effects, the production. I mean, obviously it's going to be flawless. It's a Weeknd album. So, I mean, obviously it's going to have like the best of everything. But I'm fucking obsessed with that already. Like, love it. I don't even want to say the name of this song because you guys are going to know how like whitewashed I am. The song with Anita. I know it was already released, but I haven't listened to it. So let's go ahead and just hop in. Time out. We just went through another interlude. That was Until We're Skin and Bones. Oh my gosh, this is so intense already. Like, I fucking love this. Okay, what I will say is, like, I don't speak Spanish, and I'm really not into, like, reggaeton, or, like, I don't even know, like, what the genre would be, like, Latin, like all that kind of stuff. I'm not really into that at all, mainly because like I'm not usually into the sound, but also just like the lyrics, like I don't know what they're saying. Like it's just usually not my cup of tea. I will say though, surprisingly, like I was really vibing with that song. I really liked it. It sounded really like, I don't know, it's just something about his sound is just like so addicting, and like you just crave it. Like I love that, and it's totally not in the realm of stuff that I would typically gravitate towards, or that I would typically like, or like want to listen to. But I really liked that. Like that, I don't know, that just like is waking something up in me, and I'm like, I want to like, I can like visualize myself listening to that song and being at like a nightclub and like, well, I'm in Arizona, so like, I don't know, maybe we'll say like Mexico or something. Like, I don't know, I just feel like there's a whole vibe for that. Like when I'm listening to that, like I have this whole like picture in my head coming together. I really like it. Like I'm actually really surprised that I like that song, because normally that's not my style at all. But if anyone's gonna draw me to a style that I'm not typically gonna listen to, it's gonna be The Weeknd. So, okay, Baptized in Fear. We already kind of started it, but let's keep going. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, I love the transitions. Y'all are just gonna have to bear with me because I am like one of the most dramatic people I know. That song was so fucking beautiful. I'm not even joking. I literally like was getting emotional during it. Like I truly like, if I wasn't filming myself, I probably would have started crying listening to this because it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense how he can make music that evokes so much emotion out of me. Like I'm like almost fucking speechless. Like I promise you I could cry listening to this song just because it's so beautiful. Like the intro verse, like I'm assuming he's obviously like talking about a situation that he experienced and like obviously went through, and that's where he gets the inspiration for that opening verse. But it's just like, it's so emotional. Like it's so like, because I'm gonna go back to what I was saying earlier, and I'm gonna try not to like yap too much, but he lives such an insane life. Like this man feels emotions and goes through things that we can't even like begin to fathom, and vice versa. Like, you know, I mean, everyone goes through their own stuff, but like I can just imagine how fucking amazing, but at the same time like agonizing being in his position can be. And it's like he's like you're like a tortured star. Like it's just, I don't know, I can't fathom being in this position. Like it's as amazing as it must be, it must also take such a toll on him as well too. Because like what is your life once you have everything you want? I don't know. Like I feel like life, like, well, life is already hard as is, but I feel like that hope and like the desire to strive for something is what like keeps most of us going. I mean, yeah, you have like your friends and your family and other thing, but like everyone has that like hope is such a strong thing that keeps you going. But once you've done it all and achieved it all and have all the money and have all the fame and you can have anything at the tip of your fingers, what's special anymore at that point? I think a lot of people, like a lot of normal people, tend to put like their happiness on like a destination. Like when I have the perfect job, when I have the perfect house, when I have the perfect family, when I have this, blah blah blah. But what is it like when you have everything? You have money, you have fame, you have like success, like more than just like normal. Even like The Weeknd, like you're like, this is more than even just like a normal artist. Like you're the number one artist in the world. Like where do you go from there? It's almost like once you get that high, is there nowhere else? Is there nothing else but to go down? You know? I don't know. It's a fascinating thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too deep, but I don't think I am. Like, I just think you put yourself in his shoes, it's not as glamorous as you might think it is.
I would never get old, and you put me in close. Where do I start when I open my heart again? Falling and falling in love again. Falling and falling in love. Falling in love again.
Another one, just love right off the bat. I think this song is to be taken, yes, at surface level. Like, I think he is talking about just generally falling in love. Where do I start when I open my heart? I think obviously a lot of us, especially nowadays, like our generation does not want to be vulnerable. Our generation does not want to trust people, does not want to let people in, does not even really want relationships. So I think like that just at surface level is what he's talking about. I definitely feel that this could be another meaning as well too. I don't know exactly what, but I just have a feeling it's like maybe his relationship to his music or his relationship to his fans or like his relationship to the industry. I mean, I think it's like I think he's talking on a deeper level here. Like I think he not just falling in love with just a person. Like yeah, obviously like that would be like the surface level of the song, but I feel like there's like more to it that he's saying. What that exactly is, I don't know, but I just like feel like it's like a deeper thing. Let's go into opening night.
Tell me how my love goes now.
Okay, I won't pause it after every single song. I mean, I've been doing that, but I guess I don't really need to like explain every single song. I don't know. It's kind of finding that like I'm just like talking out loud. It's sometimes hard to find that balance where it's like, okay, do I pause it and say something or I let some more go? I definitely think this opening night song is definitely referencing like something like a destructive, toxic habit, whether that be like why you bring this up right now. It's it's my opening night, circulation gone, shaking on the floor, sorrows in my lung, fighting off the mud. Like he's definitely talking about a situation like I think like it's originally like when he's saying hate when you're irrational, you're just being emotional. Like I think he's talking about a relationship and something that he dealt with. But I also think as he goes deeper into the verse, he's talking about like his own self-destruction. I mean, he's obviously a very troubled artist, so I don't know. I just feel like there's so many layers to like his lyrics that like I mean, I would say I'm like a fan, but not like a super fan. I would say more casual fan. Like I really just listen to his music. I don't like keep up with his life. So I think like to really dissect all his lyrics might be a little more challenging for someone like me because I really don't know the ins and outs of like his life and what he shares. But like you can just tell with his music when he's like talking about something deeper there.
If you let me drown, die in your arms, I won't make a sound. Take my crown. She's looking back at me, we're smiling, they're smiling. I feel your chill across my skin. There's let me down, if you let me drown, I won't make a sound. Blood on the ground. You think I don't know you're staying up all night, cooped up in that hotel room? Still got that adrenaline from the concert. Ain't no way you're asleep. My girl told me she saw you in Dallas. Said you didn't look good. Did you barely finish the show? I just hope you're not back to the old you. How much longer are you in Texas for? You worked so hard to be better, and now you're back drowning in that shit. Don't let this industry break you, baby. Don't let them take you from it.
Jumping stick, 45 off an eye, different weight. Always made me tired at the when you pace. I know the skies been in haze, living fire, living fake.
That one was a lot, so I feel like we should like pause and talk about that one. I feel like, yeah, no shit, this song has so many emotions to it. I mean, even just the title of it, Reflections Laughing. I feel that this song is just like, there's just so much. Okay, so let's like break it. Don't you let me down. If you let me drown, I'll die in your arms. I'll die in your arms. So Reflections looking back at me, they're smiling. I wonder if he's almost like talking about like the reflection of his past work or who he used to be, or even just what people see on the outside isn't like who he is or what he feels on the inside. Then the blood on the ground when they take my crown, if they take my crown. I wonder, you know, with that, it makes me think of like his crown, like he's at the top, like this is kind of what I was saying before. If you're all the way at the top, inevitably, where else is there to go but down? And then the interlude, or and not the interlude, but like where the girl is talking, you know, you don't think I know you've been staying up all night, cooped in your hotel room, still got the adrenaline from the concert. My girl saw you in Dallas, said you didn't look good. I actually really like that part. It gives the song like a lot of depth, and it kind of gives you the perspective of someone else, like someone who's close to him, who cares about him, who sees him doing the same self-destructive behavior and going down that same path that he's been down. And then I actually really, Travis Scott's verse is very good as well too. I think the vocal effects on his voice in his verse matched the song very, very, very well. It gave it that like dark, gloomy vibe to it, and it sounded really good. Overall, really enjoyed this song. It has like that dark, like isolating, like mysterious type of sound to it, that feel to it, and I think it was done very, very well. Let's go into Enjoy the Show with
You're a part of me. I'm in my feelings. Fuck that love. No matter what I tell the world, we always locked in. Oh, take it slow. I don't bother and fucking overdose. No one thought a curtain's call. I hope you mourn and let me be. This anymore. I don't wanna give you any space anymore. My favorite drug got me in my business. Don't want the drugs. Got all my feelings inside my duff. Caught in the dust. I'm fucking tweaking. 3 a.m. sunset, frying like a feet.
There's so much to unpack. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to keep yapping, but there's so much to unpack. Oh my gosh, it's just so much. I love when Future gets like this also, by the way. I love when he gets emotional, and I love when we see that side of him. Okay, let's just start unpacking like the most important stuff, which I think is his last verse. I'm only 25, and I think I'm old. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to keep getting older. Like, this is my peak right now. I don't want to get past it. And like, I'm not even at his age. He's 34 now. And I know he's talked about in the past, like, retiring his stage name as The Weeknd and just going by his real name, Abel. And so I feel like Okay, so let's hit on this first. Take another hit or my music, they won't feel it. I just want to die when I'm at my fucking peak. I feel like that could be two things. Like he wants to die when he's at like the so his peak, like when artists die at their peak, you can never see their fall off because they, like the 27 Club, like all these amazing artists died at their peak, and we'll never see their music go downhill or them go downhill, or like they can never, like, you know what I mean? You'll always remember them at their peak. Granted, he's not 27, but he's undeniably at the biggest stage in his career. So it's like, I feel like it's like, I just want to die at my fucking peak. So when he's like where he is right now, but I also think it's like a double meaning of like, when he's like literally like high, like whatever it is that he does, like whether it's pills or whatever, whenever he's at like the highest he can be, like just like overdose. Like I just want to die when I'm like am at that point of feeling so good, because I don't want to come back down into reality or like come down from the high or whatever. So I feel like it's like the two meanings there. I mean, and then he literally says, and I'm ready, I'll go overdose. I don't want to make it past 34. And when the curtain calls, I hope you mourn. But if you don't, I hope you enjoy the fucking show. Let me know, baby. I just, that's how I see it. I feel like that's like the most obvious way he's talking about it. So I feel like this could truly be, and maybe this is already confirmed, I'm not sure, but this could truly be like his last album as The Weeknd. So, I mean, that's wild if that's the case. Like, we could literally be witnessing the end of the, not even just this trilogy era, but like an era. So, it's like really bittersweet, like witnessing history like this, because it's like, one of the songs that I relate to most is Slipping Through My Fingers. And I can't, like, it's so hard to like explain that feeling, but like when you have something like right in your hands, but like time will never stop for anyone, and it's like inevitably life is always slipping through our fingers. It's too much to talk about right now. Giving up on me. Okay, that's a switch up.
It keeps calling me back. The sunshine, I can feel the warmth on my skin when I'm far away from you, baby. My sunshine, sunshine. I know it's not good for me. I know it's not good for me. I know it's not good for me. Why? You're not good for me, baby. Oh Lord, my company. Line, line, line. Ooh. We just shy of a billion, so my grip to my dog, my connect to my ever controls, and my enemies hate it, cause I own myself. Fucking kill me, spreading misinformation, trying to pay me under it. Guess I did high school dropout, chilling with academics, I can finish the sentence, and I'm gonna do it, I know. I can't get enough. For the ride, for the ride.
very solid. Giving Up on Me, I feel like the title of the song is pretty self-explanatory for what is the theme of the songs. And then I Can't Wait to Get There. Man, I really, really, really love that chorus part. It is sung so well. It's so catchy, such an earbud. And I love the feel that this song gives you. Just great overall. The next song is Timeless with Playboi Carti. I'm not going to listen to it because I've already listened to it a million times, so it's not going to be on this video, but it's obviously a great song. We're just going to go ahead and hop into Niagara Falls.
Daddy been a scrub, let's keep it hush. I remember that you rolled me blunts before we fought. Cause I know he really loves you, but you're telling me the next move. Trust me, I know, yeah. Can never take the credit, cause you were bound to shine on low. And he never really loved you. Telling me about his next, but you know you really know you do. Take me back to LA, where the sun will get so too long. Take me back to a time, even feel the breeze, and it hurts when. And I watched while you wiped your eyes. It's better when I'm by myself, yeah, by myself. Place where the snow would fall on my face, and I miss my city. Be back to a time the trophies that I had would still shine. By myself, oh myself.
Oh, this might be one of my favorite songs so far on this album. I can relate so fucking much to this song that I was literally getting lost in this song while listening. Like, I was forgetting I was recording. I was like, oh wait, hold on, lock in. I don't think there's anything that I can relate more to than his chorus being, it's better when I'm by myself. Like, the emphasis of being by yourself and feeling like it's better to be alone, to his slow realization in the chorus later on that I hate it when I'm by myself. As someone who's very hyper independent, and I very much have adapted to the mentality of I don't need anybody. I'm better by myself, to realizing that the reason that you're like that is a self-defense mechanism, and you really are just so scared to let anyone in because you don't want to give anyone the power to hurt you. I just think that is probably the most I can relate to something in a long fucking time, and I love that song. I don't even have the words for how that song makes me feel, but it definitely makes me feel a lot of emotions. sing like him, I would never shut the fuck up ever. I mean, I barely ever shut the fuck up as it is, so I mean, his vocals are just so like, I don't know if angelic is the right word, but it just like has this like more, he just has this like more than life sound to him. I just, again, I know there's a lot of production and other things in that as well too, but it's just done so well, so fucking well.
See me when I'm depleted. Ghosts of my sins passing by. Eyes without a face. Placing judgment on my crimes. Give it all away. Body through abuse. You're my only paradise. Now I'm bad. It's worth all the bleeding. When I'm just see me. When I'm depleted. Get me when I'm in the darkness. But I don't know it's worth all the bleeding. Hope that you see me when I'm.
I mean, do I really have to even like sit here and like explain how good the song is? Like, y'all heard the same thing I heard. Like, it's obviously good. One standout thing that I just wanted to point out is in the second verse, he has a line, "Ghosts of my sins passing by, eyes without a face, with nothing to say." I wonder if that has anything to do with the song by Billy Idol, "Eyes Without a Face," because like, I don't know, I feel like that song and this song has like similar tones within it. So like just kind of like the detachment and like separating yourself from like human connection. So I don't know, I just feel like it has similar vibes, I guess, for lack of better word. I love Eyes Without a Face. I love that fucking song. Got Drive next.
Never think I'll be this happy. No me. I just wanna drive. I just wanna drive to I just wanna drive. And no child is suffering. I just wanna drive. I just wanna drive I just wanna drive I don't wanna waste your apart of me. I just wanna drive. I just wanna drive
I think in this first verse, I don't want to waste your time, just want to feel air on my body, and I roll the window down, don't ever think I'll be this happy. You know I love autonomy, cause fame is a disease. Not as glamorous as you would think. Okay, The Abyss, featuring Lana Del Rey. This makes me so happy that Lana's on his album because I love them as a duo together. Like, this just makes me so happy.
I tried to be something that I waste little precious hearts. I'd rather leave it's going up in flames. I know the only words that gave me life. It's a threat, not a promise. If you're looking for it, if you're looking for it, yeah. Quiet for day. It's a threat, not a promise. If I
Okay. Obviously sounded amazing. My only one complaint is that I wish Lana actually had like a verse on this album, but I just wish that Lana was like actually had a verse on it, but I mean obviously it still sounds amazing. Let's finish this up real quick and then we'll talk about the album as a whole.
you were never ready. Fly just like a feather. Alone I left to the west, then moved to the city. Ain't much you'll never be alone. Hey. And my voice fails. Tears fall without a warning either way. I don't suppose tomorrow's coming. I'ma follow through this time till the price might be loving. My name, whoa,
There's a lot to unpack in this. I love his chorus though, where he talks about the crowd will scream my name, and the crowd will feel my pain. Trust me, I do. I feel your pain, Abel. I really, truly do. In my soul, in my flesh, in my bones, I feel it. And then there's another part where he says, I should have been sober, but I can't afford to be boring. What a double-edged sword that has to be. I mean, that's as blunt as he can put it. Let's listen to the last song, and then I want to get into my final thoughts on the album. This song, the closer, is actually called Hurry Up Tomorrow, so what the album is called.
I want the pain, no more, so no one else abandons me. I'm sorry. The where I learned how to swim with my mother trying to sing. Yeah. And I hope that I find what is enough. So I see heaven in heaven after love.
How do I feel like there's nothing I could say to give this ending justice for what it really deserves. It's so bittersweet because, like, oh, I'm so emotional. Oh, why am I so, like, why can't I talk? Oh, I just feel his emotions in the song. Oh my god. I'm gonna do my best to, like, not cry my eyes out and just, like, talk about this. I just feel like he's just one of those artists that you can really just feel, like, everything that he's feeling. Now I'm ready for the end. So burn me with your light. I have no more fights left to win. Tie me up to face it. I can't run away. And I'll accept that it's the end. I feel like it's, like, the end of this era. The end of the Weeknd. Like, you know the saying, like, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened? It's, like, true, but it's so, like, bittersweet. Like, you know, I've been listening to the Weeknd's music since I was in, like, fucking 7th grade. For reference, I'm 25 now. So it's just, like, I think, like, because he's been, like, an artist I think most people have, like, grown up with, or, like, I would think the majority of his fans are probably in that, like, now, at least, probably in, like, the 25 to 35 age range. But I'm sure he has younger fans, too. But it's, like, think of how much The Weeknd has impacted your life, right? Like, I think every single person watching this video loves The Weeknd, has listened to him from, like, your teenage years up into your, like, adult pre-20s. I mean, some people even in their 30s and older, maybe 40s, like, you know. Think of how long you've been listening to The Weeknd and how many phases of your life that you can relate a Weeknd album to, like, oh, I remember that time frame. It's, like, so crazy when you look back and think about how much time has passed, and, like, it's, like, it's so bittersweet, like, seeing, like, this could potentially be, like, the end of The Weeknd. I mean, it from what he said, from what he's has said, this is the end, right? And everything that he's conveying in this album, like, this is the end of the Weeknd. Like, he's done it all. Like he says, I have no more fights left to win. Like, he's globally, like, the biggest superstar in the world. He's undeniably, like, the top of Spotify, the top of the charts, the number one most listened to. Like, he's done it all. I can't even imagine how that feels. Like, the immense amount of, like, gratitude and, like, thankfulness, but, like, you know, that's, like, something that you can't even, like, I don't think anyone will ever be able to truly appreciate, like, that position they're in. Like, how can you, it's, like, almost not humanly possible. Like, his life is so against the odds of what's, like, possible for humans. Like, it's crazy. Like, how many people in their life get every single thing they want? And, like, as amazing as that is, again, there's nothing left to hope for. There's nothing left to strive for. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping, like, people can really understand that, because that's, like, really fucking depressing. Like, a lot of the reasons how I get through my day is, like, because I hope to, like, achieve more and do more, and I have a lot of goals. But, like, what are your goals when you've accomplished everything? And he's 35. He's not even, like, old. Like, I can't even imagine being, like, what he is and just thinking of, like, getting old. Like, oh my God, that sounds so fucking depressing. I'm sorry. I'm, like, not trying to be negative, but it's just, I feel so many emotions when I think of, like, the Weeknd and, like, the impact that he's had on my life. I can't even begin to wrap my head around, like, what he feels. Like, he's the one who's lived all this and made all this music and lived all these memories and done all these things. Like, I don't think you ever get used to that lifestyle. Like, I don't think you ever get used to, like, how surreal your life and your surroundings are. And it's fucking crazy. And I think, honestly, if he's not religious, I think the only thing that would be able to get you through life is, like, you know, your religion, and if your relationship with God. Because, yeah, he says, like, so I see heaven after life. I want heaven when I die. I want to change. I want the pain no more. No, I need heaven after life. I want heaven when I die. I want to change. Like, if that chorus right there doesn't sum the whole theme of the album up in, like, one chunk, I don't know what does. Like, I just think we're witnessing, like, so much right now. It's hard to even, like, wrap our heads around it, but, like, an entire music catalog has been summed up. And undeniably one of the best discographies that we'll ever see in our lifetime. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotions, especially for people who are, like, very, very, like, avid music listeners. Like, again, I said I'm more of a casual fan in, like, the sense of, like, I listen to just his music. I don't really, like, I follow him on socials and stuff, but I don't, like, follow his life at all. But I do follow his music a lot, and it's just, it's so emotional. I mean, if it wasn't obvious, I love this album. I think this album has so much emotion and depth to it. I mean, undeniably, it was done extremely well. I think this is probably his best work to date. Not even like, this is his best work to date. He has just put forward his best work as an artist, as, like, his farewell to, like, wrapping up everything. I can't even imagine what he went through while making this album. And this is, like, if you are a fan of The Weeknd, I already know the tickets are going to get expensive, but I can't stress enough how important it is that you go see this man on tour, because this is probably going to be, like, one of the best experiences of your entire life. And this is going to be something that you can never get back, this time and this era, and, like, what this album is going to be in history and what this tour is going to be in history. So if you like The Weeknd, literally you need to go see this. Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I know money doesn't grow on trees, but like, do what you need to do because you cannot miss this. Like, I can't even explain to you like how important this is. Yeah, this is definitely like something I'm gonna have to like follow up on to really be able to really sum up all my thoughts and all my emotions and everything that I feel on this album. This is obviously just a first initial listen, so I don't even have like the words to really properly like express everything that I want to express. So to like keep it as simple as I can off of just an initial listen, this is a staple in time. The Weeknd, his career and his catalog as a whole is timeless. This album will be timeless. It's, again, I can't do it justice right now. Just know this was an amazing, incredible listen. A great way to start off the year of music. Very bittersweet. And I feel very emotional, happy yet sad. Like, there's just so much going on. In short, I love this album. This is definitely something I will be spending a lot more time with. And I will probably be, at some point, doing a follow-up to this video to like further explain my thoughts and emotions. But 10 out of 10. Truly, truly perfect. And I know that's a lot to say, but it truly is. Okay. If you're still here, you're still watching, if you'd like to see the full version of this video completely unedited, go to my Patreon. It's going to be linked in the bio. Follow my socials. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow my clothing brand Strangers. All that stuff will be linked down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the album down below in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening with me. Love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.